Whether you realize it or not, you were born into a system. At Start From Scratch Now, we like to call that system the game. And like any game, the game has rules. If you follow the rules of the game and you apply some strategy mixed in with a little bit of luck, then you might have a chance of winning the game. Generally speaking, that's how most games are played. In the game you're in, you cannot consider yourself a player unless you know the rules. What rules, you ask? Well, there are many levels to this game. Each level has its own set of rules and requires its own understanding. Realize that there are certain requirements for you to be able to play this game. For one, you have to be aware that there is a game and it's made up of winners and losers. And the winners have nothing to do with being rich, although many of the winners of the game are. There are still plenty of rich people that are losers as well. Winning is determined based on what you set out to achieve, and you can only set out to achieve if you're aware. Awareness of what's going on around you and awareness of where you currently stand are key to how you decide to move forward. Sadly, most people never develop this awareness. They end up living their lives out much like an NPC or non-player character does. NPCs are characters in video games that help you with your mission, but they themselves aren't capable of playing the game. They're stuck, playing out that same role over and over again. That's how most people live their lives. They end up in a rut, and they can never quite dig themselves out of it, and before they know it, they're old. Do you want to come to the end of your life regretting never really making any headway towards the realization of your dreams? It's a tragedy to go through life without ever achieving any meaningful goals. But what's worse is never even trying to achieve them at all. The second requirement is a strong work ethic. The amount of work required to break free of the orbit you are in now that will allow you to travel to new worlds and experience new things, that requires an all-out effort. If you're willing to work for it, the game will make a way for you. The last requirement is grit. Grit is not just perseverance. Grit is knowing you're going to fail over and over again and still know you're going to push through to the end. We were all blessed with talents, but they're squandered unless they're turned into a skill with hard work. Once that skill has been developed, you put it into action, again through hard work, to achieve whatever you set out to do. If you feel you have all three requirements, then you need to understand you have everything it takes for you to win the game. And if you're like many people seeing this video for the first time, then that means you're starting from scratch, from nothing. If you're starting from where you stand, then you might as well start from scratch now.